Okay, first let me say that you may hear a dog barking because it's her house. Secondly, let me say that this is my first video of the year or pre-year because it's the 31st today. December 31st, 2023. Um, let's see, what else do I want to say to you? Well, I guess that's it. So let's start. And there she goes. Let's start. Hi everybody. I'm Loquacious B. No, that's not my name, but that's why you are here. In this video series, we'll talk about grief and its effects, possible effects, because obviously we're not all created the same. And yeah, so this is gonna be more so. I'm gonna talk about different things on this channel, but in regards to grief, I'll label them like G1, G2, like it'll go on for however long it needs to go on. But I won't be like titled grief will be like G1, just so you'll know how to follow along, I guess, per se. So this video may be the longest video because I'm just starting out, right? As you can see, I'm in a place that has Christmas stuff still up, which is good, great. Don't judge. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway, okay. What I want to say to you. So, I'm starting this out with grief in regards to its effects, and I can't explain. Like, I guess I'll say changes. I'm gonna say the first three, I guess, grieving occurrences or events, and then I'm gonna like break them down as time goes on. Okay, so and sorry, I look down a lot. I'm not even looking at anything. That's so crazy. Okay, so in 2018, my mother passed January 2nd. In 2018, my husband passed August 25th. And this year, my forever crush passed away. And on, was it November 23rd? Or it was the day before Thanksgiving of this year, 2023. So each one had a different effect on me. Let me discuss my forever crush first because he was the most recent and it's still pretty fresh, right? Okay. So my forever crush, I call him that because we never dated. We never kissed. The only thing that we did one time or maybe a few times was hug. But it felt like just like one time. I don't know. Anyway, and also because I've known this young man since I was a child. He was a child too. We were both children. Anyway, so we've been knowing each other since I think I was 13, and he was 15, I believe. We grew up together. We laughed together, worshiped together. We were in church together. I met him in church as a kid, right? I mean, I had no choice, right? I wasn't necessarily one of those children that was dragged to church. I definitely wanted to go, even if it was for the crackers and juice, because I was a kid. Anyway, so um, I'm sorry, I gotta stop looking down because y'all are not there. Y'all are here. Okay. Um, so I really want to talk about his effects on me. So I liked him very much. When I was a kid, I didn't really know how to say that without sounding like a fast heifer in church. Um, and even at that young age, I was a fast heifer. I just didn't want to be fast with him. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that. Well, I don't know why women do that. Women do that, and I guess kids do too. But like like how you you be some women. Some women are like, oh, I'll be you know aggressive or fast with these men, but the one over there is the one that I want, and I'm not gonna be fast with him. I'm not gonna be aggressive with him. I'm not gonna show him that this is how I really am or whatever, because I really want, like, he's the whole package. I want to give him the whole package, but unknowingly, you actually have been giving the other men that don't deserve it the whole package. Moving on, or a big piece of the package. Um, the most sweetest package. Okay, moving on. So we never dated. I think he knew I liked him. Sorry, that was crazy. Sorry about that. Anyway, um, and even one year, we were adults at this time. Um, Back in 2009, I asked him, I was like, why is it we have never, ever, you know, uh, took that path, ventured that way, got together um, in a relationship, status of boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. And he said to me, he was like, because um, every time I wanted to get with you, you're with somebody else. And that hurt me because I'm like, you didn't even try. I feel like you didn't try. Where was I at? With my head in the clouds with someone else every time you wanted to get with me. I don't know. I don't know. It's too late to think about it. Um, but at that time, I was kind of defensive. So when he said that to me, I was like, I don't think so, buddy. I mean, I wanted to get with you too. And so he was like, well, you were with so and so and so and so and so. So he started like naming names. And so I was like, okay, so he was watching me. So I was like, well, you were with so and so and so and so and so and so, da 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 da, and therefore you were off limits to me as well. So when were you actually free? Like we kind of like went back and forth on it. And this guy's pretty, as a very straightforward person. Um, I am an emotional person. So that means that when I get upset to a certain level, I start crying. And so I was just like, you know what, forget it. I shouldn't even brought it up. You know, this is unfair. This whole conversation is unfair. You're unfair. Da 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 da. And so he was like, what? What? Why would you like? I can't explain. What was he saying? He was like, what's the problem? Like, he was being joking, but he was asking a direct question like, what's the problem? You know, um, yada yada yada. And so I was just like, well, this is unfair. Like, you're saying that you can't be in my life, or you never were involved in my life in that way, because I was always with somebody else, and like, you're not taking accountability, and this is not true, and da 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 da. Like, I've always wanted you, and you have decided to not pursue me enough to let me know that you even wanted me. Da 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 da. Okay, but enough of that. So, and then we got together. I got married, maybe like 3 years later, and in every relationship that I've had that he's been around, including my marriage, he's tried to sabotage. He has sabotaged, and I've allowed him to sabotage, because why? I loved him, and it was crazy, because even in the conversation that we talked, I remember saying to him, um, like, so what now? I'm single now. What's the deal? And I remember his response was, uh, I got to get some things together with myself right now. I got to get some things together. I'm working on some things or whatever. And so I was like, how long is that going to take? Are you trying to ask me to wait around for you? You know? And so he was like, well, no, I'm not asking you to wait around for me. I'm just telling you, like, I'm telling you, I got to take care of some things. So I was just like, this is crazy. This is unfair. And so I was just like, gosh, this is like really crazy. But anyhow, when I got married, the look on his face at the wedding. First of all, we actually had a little argument, kind of a big argument, but about me not giving him a personal wedding invitation. And I told him that I didn't, because at the time he was living with or with somebody else who got the invitation, and I thought that person would just treat him as a plus one, you know. Anyway, but he was, even after that argument, he was very, his look of disbelief and frustration when I got married was kind of like, wow. He never respected the marriage. I'm saying all this for a reason. Just let me get there. He never called me by my married name, last name. He always called me by my maiden name. We got into it about that, because I was like, you need to stop doing this. Like, my husband hears you. Like, this is crazy. And so he was like, I don't care. Tell your husband. I don't care. You know, we have history. I know you. I love you or whatever. He was like, and to me, you will always be so and so. You will never be this person. Da 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 da. And I was just like, this has got to be a joke. Like, you're making my life stressful and stressful at home, because I still love you, even though I'm married to somebody else, or will have love for you because of our history, because of uncharted territories, you know, and or uncharted waters, whatever. And but I'm trying to move on from you now, but I have to still see your face whenever you show up, all this. So when my husband passed away in 2018, I thought to myself, okay, well, it's for sure free game now. I am like forever single. I'm still single. And so there came a time, in his life, some things changed in his life. I wasn't fully privy to, wasn't fully aware of. That just is what it is. It's hurtful to even think about, really hurtful. But at some point in the 5 years, he stayed with me for a few days. And I saw some truths. I saw some truths. I don't know that that's like a lisp thing, but truths. Okay, I said it. Um, to his lifestyle. Um, and I still was in denial, tried to ignore it. Anyway, um, his mindset had changed, his lifestyle had changed, and I kind of saw that we would not be together. But I still had some hope. You know, women, we feel like we can change a person and change a man. I don't know why we think that. You have your own mind, your own will. So anyway, I what did I do? One day we were talking, and I think I asked him for a hug. Maybe he just gave me a hug. I don't know, but this hug that he gave me, it wasn't. It wasn't constricting. Like it wasn't like unbearably tight. It was just noticeably tight. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it was tight enough. It was like for me to feel his heartbeat. It was like I think I think I cried a little bit when he held me. I don't know. I can't. But it wasn't for me. It was more so like I could feel his pain. That's how tight the hug was. It was like he hugged me, and it allowed me to release a little bit, uh, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But it was only a little bit because I could feel so much more of his pain that I I don't know. I just anyway. I'll never forget that hug. It's different, very different. So when he passed, I cried. I boohooed. I was definitely devastated. I was scared. I was actually notified through Facebook that he passed a week before I was told, uh, which is something you never want. You never want that. First of all, I was close with the family, dang near a daughter. So, because we grew up together, so I was confused why I didn't get nothing. Um, Secondly, to be told on Facebook and not even, called or anything by anybody, it's crazy. Um, Third, it was a week after. Fourth, it was days before his 41st birthday. Uh, it was crazy. That was just crazy. That's crazy, 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 crazy. And the funeral or the celebration, um, was very confusing. Uh, a few people, maybe two, cried. And I think people misunderstand things. When you say celebration, you cry at weddings, right? Those are happy tears, right? You can still cry. I think people, especially us, have this opinion or mindset that, oh, this person wanted us to be happy. You can be happy and still cry. You can cry away to happiness. I know that sounds crazy, but you can cry away to happiness. You can release in order to be happy. Like, okay, it's painful that they're gone, but I'm so happy that they're free. So happy that they're healed. So happy that they're, you know, in a better place or whatever. Not be strong, be tough, don't cry because they don't want you to cry. No, they don't want you to be sad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but anyhow, I've been on here too long now. So that's my spill on that. I really just want to be like, uh, I will say that with his passing, that's what I'm getting to. So let me wrap this up in the next 10 minutes. The effects of his passing on me had me sad, angry, but more than anything, I've been happy. Like, happy, happy. Um, I will connect more as to why uh, or how I noticed I was happy in correlation with the other deaths. It's a big difference I noticed. Um, but I will tell you, in him passing, I was happy because uh, we used to, like I said, we used to go to church together, right? So we used to sing all these songs, um, gospel songs. And uh, every song that I've been hearing on the radio, on YouTube, on Facebook, like, I mean, songs just pop up out of nowhere. People singing songs, covers, and da 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 da. Every song he sung, uh, he was very animated, very comical. And so uh, the songs, the gospel songs that I would hear, that I was hearing, uh, was funny to me because he made me laugh. Like, and then I was just happy, very happy, still happy. Uh, I will say as well that his passing uh, persuaded me to get closer to God. Not in the way that you think, and what I mean by that is, I don't know if you've been to many funerals. I haven't, um, but the funerals that I've been to, they all say the same thing. I'm not knocking people, I'm really not, but uh, they say, like, oh, they made it to heaven, you better get yourself right, you know, uh, time is winding up, and these are true statements. Okay, these are true. Whether someone dies or not, this statement is still true. We all have our spiritual clock of when it's going to run out. All of us, different times. Uh, but, you know, I almost want to say, almost, that scaring someone into salvation is not the way to go. It really isn't the way to go. But that's not why I have been getting closer to God. I mean, I've been praying more, praying for people more. Uh, you know, just like really worshiping more on my own. Not just in Sunday service, right? The reason why is because conversation that he and I had. He said, just because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do doesn't mean that you should stop. Keep going. And I want to say he said that on more than one occasion, but I remember at least one occasion he told me that. And I thought that was kind of weird. Like, why would you not want to go forward in Jesus or forward in God? Why are you just telling me to go? But he was like, keep praying for me, but you don't stop. And he was very adamant about that. You don't stop. And I hadn't really stopped, but my hunger is more now. Not out of fear, not out of anything else, just out of love for God. So, this death, and wrapping this up, this death, this passing of my forever crush, um, brought me closer to God. It made me happy. It made me want to know, want to be more with Him, with God, instead of pushing Him away, instead of, you know, withdrawing back, instead of being angry with God. And I can't say that for all deaths, but that'll be for another video. Um, so yeah. Again, this is Loquacious B. That's not my name, but that's why you're here. And um, again, this channel is designed for you to help me. We all know that counseling sessions cost a lot of money, especially when you don't have insurance or insurance that covers counseling. So you guys can help me. You know, I will take what I will. And grow from here. But that's it. Hopefully some of my things I've said has helped you, or just even hearing my outlet, hearing my vent, let you know that you're not alone, that you are not the only one feeling those feelings, or have had those feelings, or whatever. So I'll be back. A lot of times I'll be back with videos in the same outfit on the same day with the same crazy hair. Because I don't have the level of commitment yet, I don't think, to come on every single day. Yeah. So I may post them different days, but you will probably see the same outfit. So just know your girl is clean, to take care of her body and her hygiene, but she's just posting the videos, back to back. Not different days in the same outfit. So anyways, all right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love you so much. Bye.